What's going down, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the DIPP Show. This week, we've got some more hot takes for you guys. We got another court session, and then we're going to introduce a new segment. So, Leo, what's the first take of the week?
This person said, with everything going on right now with the NFL, all the trade deadlines, or not deadlines, but the trades going on and all that stuff, this person said, where'd it go? I lost it. Oh, I'd rather win a high school state championship than have my pro sports team win a championship.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
That's tough, especially being a Bears fan.
Specifying that means, like, you're not playing on the team, like, as a fan?
Yeah.
Okay, I know. That's
So you win, let's say you win a state chip in high school for soccer or football, whatever. Yeah.
No, I got you. So some people might have been like, well, if I'm playing on the Bears and I want my team to win the Super Bowl.
Right.
But as a fan, yeah.
Because it's tough because, like, right now I want my team to win because I've never seen them win and I'm not in high school anymore.
Right.
And I can celebrate accordingly.
Right.
But in high school, what a time to be alive. And that would be lit with your boys.
Being a state champ.
But going back, if you
is
asked me
tough,
that in high school, I would have probably said state champ because there's nothing like it. But, like, right now, like, fuck high school.
Yeah, honestly.
Honestly, screw high school now. I'd rather see the Dallas Cowboys win a Super Bowl.
Wait, the guy said he'd read the high schools better?
Yeah.
Damn.
Nah, it's when it closed the yearbook for me.
I feel like that'd be a core memory, though.
Oh, it would be. It would be, but...
I guess so would be your team winning, though, with this super long
Right.
drought.
I guess, like, maybe, like, if you're either A, still in high school, or, like, just graduated 18, 19, ask that question, but yearbook's been closed. Screw high school. Like, give me another ring for my team.
Yeah. I think it's context-based, too, because, like, let's say your team... Well, I guess in my case it wouldn't count, but, like, let's say your high school's just, like, cracked and you win, like, every year, and you win it. It's kind of like,
True.
It's not as good, but, like, a team, your school sucks.
Like
and
us?
then you win one. Yeah, like us. And you win one, I feel like it's more symbolic. But it's also, like, I'm not even really, like, that. It's not like you were, like, I don't know about you, but I wasn't, like, that close with everyone on the team, so I was still probably I'd rather have
seriously.
Barca win the Champions League or the Bears win a Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, yeah.
What did you think?
Well, you played football. Because that's different, too, because we're soccer players. Yeah, yeah, it would have been cool, like you said, with your boys, but, like, we weren't as close.
I think it would have been lit if we won when I was a sophomore, because that would have been our chance. That would have been, like, the only real chance we had.
So that was a good football team.
Yeah.
Would you have preferred to win it as sophomore? Like, let's say you won it as a senior. Would it be better?
I think it would have felt better as a senior, honestly.
Probably.
But didn't you guys switch conferences? I know after I graduated, it got easier for everybody. But then the team also fell apart. Like,
No, I think they switched after we graduated.
okay.
Yeah.
Because it's way easier now.
It's relatively the same.
Because I remember we would play, like, bigger schools.
In the playoffs, yeah.
Was it playoffs only?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I heard the basketball team's good now.
They won the sectional or super sectional last week.
The basketball team?
Yeah. I think they played this week. I think.
Yeah, screw high school. But yeah, I'd rather, Cowboys win a Super Bowl for sure.
At this point in time.
Yeah.
It's tough. I think I'd go. So it would make
because you were freaking out for the Bears.
It would make it a lot easier if it was like all your teams. You know what I mean? Like, let's say you get the UCL with Madrid and you get the Cowboys winning.
That'd be huge.
That would be a no-brainer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, did the question specifically say football or just a team?
It just said team.
I don't know why I assume football.
Yeah, it just said team. So I think I'd do the Bears. Yeah.
Because
I think,
did you ever do when the Cubs won? Did you go to the parade?
I don't care about the Cubs or baseball. So no.
But like the parades though, like
Nope.
I mean, yeah, I didn't care about them. I'm a Sox fan, but like you go and like the streets are just flooded. Everyone has off work. It's like a holiday. Everyone's hammered. The bars are flowing. Double fisting in public. Cops don't care. The parades are a great time. I went to all 3 Blackhawk ones.
Yeah, no. I'm not a crowd person, so unless the Bears win, and even if the Bears win, I don't know if I'd go.
And that's what I'm thinking about, like, because Chicago is really big with obviously football, but the Cubs have a really big following too, and that was what the longest
100
streak.
and something years.
So I'm trying to think, like, because that parade was nuts. I think people died at it, going like
I think if the Bears win the Super Bowl, or when the Bears win the Super Bowl, the city's gonna burn down.
Right? Because like people said that with the Cubs too.
No, the Cubs is bigger than the Bears.
That's what I'm saying. Do you think so? Because that one was insane. But like
the Cubs is bigger than the Bears.
But the Bears have that diehard.
They have way more followers around the world. Yeah.
But the Bears fan base is like crazy. Where it's like it's gonna be insane.
I think the Cubs is more people, but the Bears one might be like you said, like crazier people.
Like
Crazier
that would
fans.
be like I'm not even
more
Bears fan,
more
but I'd
diehard
send
fans.
Well, the Cubs.
I'd send it.
I think at the time the Cubs was the 5th largest human gathering in history.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, it was nuts. So that's what I'm thinking. Like if the Bears win, like,
Dude,
city will go nuts. Well, not for long. Bears might be moving to Indiana.
Yeah.
Nah, that ain't happening.
We'll see.
That was big news like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and then I haven't heard anything from it since.
Yeah. I don't know. That'd be wild though. Having a parade for the fucking Super Bowl.
But you're not a crowd person.
I'm not, and
There's no way you wouldn't pass it out because we'd hightail it.
Especially if like I have a kid, I'm not going for sure.
That's true. No kid though.
I would consider it. It's not a
Because
guarantee.
he would
It's not a
go because
guarantee.
he said this year I'm done drinking. He's like, nope. If the Bears make it to the hammered on a
Imagine if they won
Sunday night.
We were already looking at Seattle tickets. Remember?
Yeah. For the championship game.
All right. I guess staying in Chicago, the second hot take is Chicago has the best pizza in the world.
In the world.
Yeah.
I give another take or another point with it is like maybe I'm wrong, other than Italy probably, but like in the US I don't think is there another area that has 2 signature pizzas like Tavern and Deep Dish?
Well, New York has the New York style and the Granny.
Oh, so you do have 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Chicago's still better.
Because Granny's like identical to Detroit, so it's like
similar,
it's basically
right?
one stole one from the other. Yeah. But yeah, I guess that's like a norm. Because I had this conversation with one of my associates that she lived in New Jersey. I'm like, so when you go to like a pizza place, like for us, it's Tavern, just the normal. Like we have to ask for like double dough or pan or deep dish. She's like, no such thing as deep dish. And she's like, it's grandma. I was like, what the fuck's grandma? Like, what are you talking about? She's like, that or New York. I'm like, so you don't get like little squares cut in your pizza? She's like, no, like triangles, or unless it's the grandma, which is like that.
The thicker one.
Thicker one. And I'm like, that's so weird to me. And another thing here is too is we have the
Italian beef.
The Italian beef. She's like, what's a beef? I was like, shut the fuck up. New Jersey's Italian Central. No. She's like, Phillies. But yeah, like,
nope.
Really? Like, no Italian beef. So it's just
that
different.
is weird, right?
It's so, yeah, because we were talking. I'm like, do you have a Rosati? She's like, what's that? I'm like, dude, that's just a Midwest thing.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they're in Iowa.
Dude, I think I've gone to. I was in Arizona and they had Rosati.
Do they have them there?
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe it's just not a West Coast. Yeah, East Coast thing. But yeah, I was like, no, that's weird.
Yeah,
to me.
it's funny hearing people like from that, because when we were in Aruba, everyone was from the East Coast, and they were like, "Oh, you guys are from Chicago. You guys got Italian beefs and blah blah blah." I'm like, "Yeah,
it's normal.
What
to
about
us. Yeah.
what about them? Like they're not special. I mean, they're good, but
I could see like you're known for it, but the fact that you don't have any places that have beef
they're like
is kind of
they're
weird.
like it's
Well, that's the thing. Like,
impossible. We
remember, I've
can't
been
find
trying
any.
to find like the best Philly. When I asked them about Philly, he's like, oh yeah, they're everywhere. I'm like, every Philly I have here is like mid, and I was saying like no free promotions, but like Jersey Mike's the best that I've had. So all the good ones in Chicago on the South Side, and I just haven't ventured over there to try them yet. But yeah, to her it's like, yeah, every pizzeria just has Phillies on the menu. I'm like, no, that's weird because we have
All of our
Italians.
pizza joints have beefs.
Yeah, beefs.
Yeah.
It's like they're not the greatest thing ever, but to that same to them, they're like, a Philly's a Philly. I'm like, no, I love them.
Yeah,
The reason I brought that up is because I was watching some video, Roll Big Grill.
yeah.
This like Mexican food influencer, I guess, that he was in Chicago and New York doing like pizza reviews, and he went to that place Joe's Pizza, the one that was in the Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire, where he was delivery man, and they ate there and like just like it's like the classic New York style pizza. It just looks so like average, like
Flop?
nothing. Yeah, flop. It's like, dude, nothing really looks
Anti-flop.
good about
I
that.
hate flop on my
Yeah.
pizza. I'm not a New York fan.
I would want to try that New Haven one.
Yeah, I've yet to try that.
Yeah.
Dave Porter lives by that one. And Dave doesn't really like Chicago.
I know.
So, but yeah.
Doesn't he like the tavern style?
He said it was better than deep dish.
Better than deep dish, but I think he's just like typical tavern 7-1. I think he typically does for him. I don't think he's ever really given like an 8 for a tavern. But those are my 2 favorite pizzas. Like the thinnest you can go in squares, or the thickest you can go in triangles. Yeah. I'll stand by those.
Yeah.
I like Detroit style though. Decent.
When have you had it?
What's his face's?
Yeah,
his is grandma's.
Granny, that's
Granny.
But
Yeah,
I've had that frozen one. That shit's fine.
What's the one place that's
Jets?
Is it Jets? Yeah.
Jets.
I've yet
because
Dave Portnoy had he highly rated some good what is it called? Detroit style, but yeah, all we've really had is like Jets around here.
Because there's doesn't Little Caesars have?
Like they have a Detroit style, yeah.
Little Caesars.
I'll try it, dude. Fun.
Oh, yeah, I'll try it.
That's a blind taste test I want to do with Kyle.
Yeah.
Because he hates on Little Caesars.
I hate Little Caesars.
Yeah, we'll have to do it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that one.
All right. Well, because same but like the grandma at Ernesto's is phenomenal. I didn't think pizza would taste like that. So I want to try like high end Detroit before like.
Let's go to Detroit.
Let's ride.
That's the only reason I go there, honestly, or go to New York just for the pizza, just so we can say we.
Honestly, like you can ship it to me. I don't want to go to New York.
I don't want to go there either, but.
Why?
Huh?
The Big Apple.
Hot take. Why don't you want to go to New York?
Too many people.
Too many people. Too many rats everywhere.
Chicago's number 1.
Yeah. Well, per area, I guess.
I'm just teasing. New York's chop.
Expensive.
I almost went for like a 36-hour trip. Remember, I hit you up. So you're trying to go to Google had a little pop-up steakhouse.
I'll say you don't go to sleep for that. You stay up full 36.
Yeah. No, I wanted to fly out because they had this like little pop-up steakhouse with a super famous steakhouse out there in New York, and it was like $150 or $200 a person for like an 8-course meal, and I was like, let's go.
That one late
with Guga.
Yeah, but the flights were expensive, and then finding a place to stay and all that. I was like, nah, it's gonna add up to $1,000 for 36 hours.
You just keep going. No hotel. You just go.
Just go walk.
Bar hop. Just have a time of your life for 36 hours outside.
Because then you won't even enjoy the meal.
You just be.
You'd be sober for that. Be sober for that, yeah.
That was the one time I wanted to go to New York.
I don't think I've ever planned to go to New York.
Or even had an itch to go.
No.
Yeah, no.
Because we have everything you need in Chicago.
Yeah.
And every time I visit another city, I'm like, could I have done that in Chicago cheaper and made it home to my own bed at night? Yep. Did I enjoy the experience? Sure. Would I do it again? Nope. Besides the winters, that's the only negative we have.
Yeah, but New York has that too. So.
Yeah.
But I was just saying in general, when we went to Miami, Miami was cool. Got to experience it, but everything we did there, you can do in Chicago too.
Weather's nicer.
That's true.
Ocean.
True.
Lake Michigan.
Lake Michigan.
no sharks.
That water's
a little
freezing.
Cold. Yeah.
I like Scottsdale. I like Arizona.
Never been. Only when I was a child.
It's nice. But again, there's not really any oceans or lakes around the desert.
Yeah. And recently it's been 110?
With
the heat index.
Right now?
Well, I'm not sure about right now, but I remember last year people's garbage cans were melting to their driveway. Where it's too unbearably hot to even enjoy going outside.
But right now it's probably, I'm guessing, in the 80s.
Because they have the best golf courses, but in the middle of summer they're losing money because
no
one wants to golf when it's 110 out.
It's a totally different 110 though than here.
Oh yeah, because it's the humidity.
Yeah. Yeah, I went out there without glasses and I felt like my eyes were burning. It was bad.
My retinas.
Take some glasses. Make sure you take some sunglasses.
Yeah, no thanks. Yeah, all right, let's move on to the next. Let's introduce the new segment where we're going to go on Craigslist, right?
Craigslist.
We're going to go on Craigslist. I don't know. We just randomly thought of this idea. Well, we got inspiration from other people.
All right, here we go.
All right, what do we got?
Misconnection at Club Space Saturday, February 28th. Miami.
This is in Miami, right?
This is Miami, okay. Yeah. Hi, I have a misconnection from Space this past Saturday. The guy whose number Instagram I failed to get is very distinctive looking, so it shouldn't be that hard to find him. He's white, around 5'11", 6 foot, with bleach blonde buzz cut hair with these tiger stripes painted on. And he's got lots of tattoos on his arms, but not like a typical filled-in sleeve. Also a good dancer and was wearing these like half-framed glasses. And he has an accent, but no idea where from. Please, 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 internet, gods do your work.
What do you mean by tiger stripes? Like his hair?
Yeah, it's painted.
What a guy.
I guess that is pretty
He
distinctive.
sounds like a fun guy.
Dude, who fucking who does this?
I'm just like, do these people actually think that someone's gonna respond?
I don't know. Should we respond?
Is that like a
You
thing?
look,
Like,
do people troll other people on there?
Yeah.
is that like a thing? Like after you're a night out, you go on Craigslist and be like, "Oh, did anyone say they were looking for me?"
Well, I see on TikTok all the time, they're like, people zoom into somebody and they'll be like, internet, do your thing, find this person for me.
And they do find
And
it.
they do find it, yeah. Which is wild. Does it like have like views or like lights on there or like anything?
No.
So you can't see how many people like actually go on there? Because I feel like Miami, tiger stripes, and not a sleeve, what do you call that? Patchwork?
Yeah.
It's pretty,
I feel like that's
it narrows it down pretty good.
not really.
How many tiger stripe patchwork guys are
In Miami?
last Saturday?
Miami, probably a few. Quite a few.
Sounds like a Kit Kat club type guy.
Big cat, for real. I wonder if he get in.
Here we go. Here we go. Dollar Tree. You, lovely Latina-looking lady, held the door open for me as you were leaving about 7 p.m. at Dollar Tree on Griffin. Would really like to talk with you.
Really setting the bar high. Just got to hold the door open for Buddy.
Oh my God. Here we go. Outback Steakhouse, lady in red. We were seated at the bar and you came in for takeout and kept looking over at us. We were the couple laughing and having fun and you were in the cutest red top. Say hi. Wish we could have chatted, but you seem to be in a hurry. Anything going on this weekend? What is this, like a swingers thing?
Wait, he was with like his couple.
Yeah.
It said?
He was on a date and he's shooting a shot with the waitress.
No, it sounds like it's like a couple.
Oh, they're both asking for?
Yeah. Because it starts off with we were seated at the bar. We were the couple laughing and having fun. Yeah.
And what was she? She was the hostess or
No, it was just another customer that came
another
in.
customer?
I mean, they were at Outback.
So are these just like like funny memes that they
No,
post,
these
or
are
like,
They're
legit.
serious.
or they actually
They're
think like,
legit trying to like get in contact with these people.
Let's try it out. We're gonna have to post one on there.
You should.
Lady at gym.
yeah, Jim, internet to your thing.
Lost my mature lady friend's number. You were a lady over 60. We would keep each other company at least once or twice a week.
Mature lady friend.
How do you not know the name if you're talking once or twice a week? How do you?
That's why I think it's just like satire because like
You'd think. You'd hope, honestly.
You would hope.
because yeah, like how is he gonna? What 60-year-olds on
Craigslist. Oh my God.
She's like, what's the word for young bucks?
Business and pleasure. I'm looking for someone that is familiar with this phrase. A friend of mine posted this and I lost contact. Would love to see you again. If you know the answer to the quote, please email me back. Maybe you lost contact for a reason.
Do you leave his email?
Oh, they're private. They have like Craigslist emails.
Oh, never mind.
Looking for my old friend Bob. I heard you moved back to PSL. Hit me up if you want to get together. This is Alan in PSL West. What the fuck?
Do that one. Be like, hey guys, it's Bob or PSL Bob.
Dude, what? Like, go on Facebook. This was posted 2 days ago. Like, look for your friend Bob on Facebook, dude.
You should. Can you respond back to it?
Hey, maybe he knew Bob was on Craigslist often.
Looking for a female partner to do stuff with around town.
Oh, God.
New to the area
Kind of
and
stuff we talk about here.
looking for an older female to do things with. I'm in Vero Beach area. Please do not flag my post. I am not doing anything wrong.
Oh my god, that's not creepy.
Kind of stuff we talking about.
Should we flag it?
Dating apps aren't working. I gotta shoot my shot on Craigslist.
Some of these people, maybe like,
Totally normal.
have
dude.
they used a dating app like
Yes, not.
to try it out?
Shoot, for real.
Maybe he's chopped. No picture.
He's trying.
I need to show up first.
I saw you on Sunday at Publix. You were wearing red, and we both said hello. I wish I would have told you how nice you looked.
How nice you look.
You know what kind of vibes it gives me is like the 20 like middle school, like what are those called, like
The
LMS, like my status or rate,
No.
give me rates or whatever you call
yeah,
them.
yeah. What is
In
what
middle
was it?
school?
Or Truth Is, that's what that was another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never had those on Facebook where like
Or
they'd be
MySpace?
like my post for Truth Is. And you'd
Oh,
like
yeah, I
it.
know what you're talking about. Okay, now I know what you're talking about.
That's what it sounds like.
This makes me think of you guys ever watched the show You on Netflix?
Yeah.
This reminds me of Joe, some Joe type shit.
No, for real. Like, there's some creepy people on there. The fact that it's not satire, that's funny.
Joe Exotic.
Dude,
What's
this
up,
is crazy.
ladies? Just trying to have a good time. I'm lonely. Don't flag. I'm not creepy, I swear.
Dude, this one sounds crazy. Wells Fargo traffic. You drove past your turn and reversed in traffic. The look you gave to my puzzled look of WTF had me laughing after. You're hilarious and hope you're doing well. Bro, what?
It's just like, dude, like why?
It's just random.
Just don't.
I guess it's free form of entertainment. If you're bored, just read some of these things.
Maybe you're just trying to look for some, like you're just throwing the hook in the ocean and seeing if you catch anything.
Yeah. See if anything sticks. Visiting Key West. Mid-40s couple visiting Key West from Wednesday through Friday. Looking for a couple or friends around the same age. Let's plan activities, pool, food, and get a couple of drinks.
Swingers?
Probably.
Low key.
Kyle lives in a swinger community.
I know of one. I didn't believe it at first either, but they're around there. They're out there.
They're definitely out
Look
there.
for the
You know
pineapples.
what we need to start doing? What's the next level of this? Is we need to start taking calls.
Oh, yeah. We should start taking phone calls.
From who?
Call in your stories.
Subscribers.
Oh,
We should do that. Waiting by the phone.
You're waiting by the phone.
The guy from Crunch. Looking for that guy that complimented my figure after my gym workout. You asked if I've been going for a while, and I answered yes and no. It's only been a year for me. You were impressed, but I had to get going. Let's catch up.
isn't Crunch? Is that just in
The gym. Yeah.
It's a gym, but like, isn't it just around here?
No, I think it's
It's countrywide.
yeah, franchise.
Oh, is it? Oh, never mind. I was like,
You know what? He said he complimented his figure. That just reminded me of the time in Germany at the train station where that guy went up to you. and said
oh
something.
yeah, dude, I forgot about that.
What did he say? Oh, what did he say?
It was me and just Andy, and he was like,
I think he said like Papacito or something like that.
I can't remember.
Papacito.
Yeah, it was really weird, and I kept looking at Andy for help, and he was just laughing, and I was like, "Thanks, dude. I don't swing on that side of the fence."
Maybe he's one of the dudes on Craigslist. Hey, guy who I saw in the Berlin train station.
Where's that American at?
Work
What
on your
emails
writing.
do they use?
So you like make a post and it'll generate like a
fake
general email
Oh, really?
and then it'll send it to your real email so that people don't have your real email.
Oh, European mom who goes to our gym.
For real. If you're seeing this, please email me. That'd be funny.
Memories of a tattooed Maury. We used to be so close and then drifted apart. You used to talk about Vincent Valentine and your many life stories. Would love to hear from you again. Loved your tattoos and piercing. You were a true miracle.
That's fucking
So sad.
All right. We'll end it on that
Alright,
note.
yeah, that's a good one to end it on. Hopefully you find, what do you say, Vincent? Or
Yeah.
whatever? Hopefully he finds Vincent.
Whatever, dude.
All right, guys, it's time for another segment of DIPP Court.
Oh.
I guess I'm flipping for you. So
Okay.
if it's heads, you're prosecutor. If it's tails, you're defendant.
Okay.
Hey Siri, flip a coin.
Judge.
Yeah, he's a judge.
It's heads.
So I'm the
You're
prosecution.
prosecution.
From the defense.
You're the defense.
Harvey Specter.
Which is good because if it was the other way around, I think maybe you would have won it.
So
like,
you're already biased is what you're saying.
Yeah, what the hell is this?
for this one, but now it's flopped.
Kyle already has favorites.
Yeah.
For whoever.
Cheap ass judge.
Nah, so that's why I'm saying it's
You're
good.
supposed to be
it's good.
impartial.
I am impartial, so because I think you're stronger for the other option, you're stronger for the other one. So I was hoping
That would be
it flopped because then
Can we do a deposition first?
because now you both have
You're
to
being
like
deposed.
pull shit out of your ass, I guess.
All right, let's
So
see.
I've been seeing a lot of like memes and stuff because the World Cup is coming to the United States, and as you all know, like Americans are hard-headed, thinking everything we have here is the best, number one, and it's very hard to convince somebody otherwise. And I've been seeing a lot of podcasts talk about the World Cup with pro athletes that aren't soccer players and just like name 5 players and they can't. They butcher the names. And then I see the funny memes talking about how, like, American broadcasters, when, like, Brazil's playing, just that thick accent, just butchering names. So, as an American, convince the world that football, American football, is bigger than football. So you're defending soccer. You're saying American football is the best because that's the biggest sport in America.
So we gotta convince you.
Is it the biggest sport in America, actually?
Yeah.
It's bigger than baseball?
TV, like, viewing-wise.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's your job to convince them.
Huh?
I said it's
I just
your
want to
job.
know so I can generate
So
some.
you're American, you're football.
Football.
Soccer.
All right, let me generate some ideas. All right.
It's like, all right, generated.
Who starts then?
Doesn't prosecution usually start?
Is
I
it?
don't know. I don't know
You
what
go
we
to
did.
court on
I don't know what we did.
Oh,
last
okay, I'll
time.
do it. All right. So, American football, I guess the NFL, is the biggest sport on the world for various reasons. But the first one is because no sporting event comes close to the national holiday of the Super Bowl. I want to hear your
That's what you got.
yeah, I want to hear your.
So, you said it's a national holiday, not a world holiday.
Yeah. But neither is the World Cup or the Olympics.
Well, we're not talking about the Olympics. The World Cup, though, it definitely is.
That's not a national holiday
Well,
or a world holiday.
I mean, the final.
No.
Neither is the NFL.
Do companies give work
This-
off for the World Cup?
Neither
final?
does. Neither does.
Yeah, there's companies that give
no,
work off.
No shot.
Didn't Redmond get off on the Super Bowl?
No, he was just happened to be off. It
Yeah,
was
he
just
just
his
happened to be
regular day
off.
off.
I thought he said people got off on the Super
No.
Bowl. I know people who have gotten off on the Super Bowl without like requesting it.
It's just that's within the U.S. only.
Okay.
A Real Madrid versus Barcelona game, a regular league game, not a playoff game, not a championship game, just a regular league game, has like triple or quadruple the viewership of the Super Bowl.
Okay. But viewership doesn't necessarily mean it's a bigger sport. Because you got to define what's big. Big isn't always just number. What?
Pause. Pause.
Big has a lot of subcomponents that go into that. It's not just about how many people watch because, a lot of people watch Love Island. Those people don't matter, So you got to think about people that matter, that actually care about the sport. And the amount of people that actually care about watching the World Cup final is less than the amount of people who actually care about watching the Super Bowl.
I think that's false. A false statement, solely on the fact that you have two countries in the final. So those two countries, more than likely, alone is a bigger population than the U.S.
No, but
Super Bowl.
But the NFL has players from different origins from all over the world. It's not just two countries. So,
Yeah.
like, the World Cup final is only, like, that country versus that country, while the rest of people might not care about the country. While the Super Bowl, it could pull people, obviously, from both teams. But, like, if you see a Latino player or you see a player from this country in Europe or something, you're like, oh, I want to watch it for that guy. Well, in those countries, like, if you don't like Argentina, you're probably not going to care. If you don't like France, you're not going to care.
It's the same thing if, let's say, Spain is in the World Cup final.
Okay.
You have Spain, probably the entire country rooting for them. On
Just smaller than the U.S.
On top of many other countries that are fans of specific players. Let's just say Lamine Yamal, one of the biggest names out there in soccer right now. He's going to have fans throughout the entire world that are going to be following the team just because they like him. So you're going to have fans, way more fans than just Spain. So it's the same argument.
But you also got to take into account, it's not just viewership, it's also the people going to the games. And, like, teams like the Bears, for example, are trash most of the time. But they still fill the stadium every time. Whereas if you go to a team like, today I was watching the Celta game versus Madrid, the packed stadium is less, is like 20,000, while, like, the Bears stadium could be half full and it's still more people. So it's bigger because there's more people actually going to the games. Because they has the capacity to have more people at the games. Those countries don't even have the infrastructure for that. So, like, if it's such a big sport, why are they not investing more into the infrastructure to make it more involve the fans, involve people who actually care about the sport, not just, like, people who watch 2 games. Because a lot of the World Cup final people, they've never watched a soccer game in their life, and they just watch the World Cup final. But you could say that for the Super Bowl, I guess. But I guarantee you a lot of people who are watching the Super Bowl have watched more than one game in that season.
That's true. However, we can get down to the player contracts and, like, the team money. Soccer players make way more money. Why? Because they're generating way more revenue.
But are you talking about specifically from the sport?
Well, yeah.
No, because they don't get more money from just this, like, paying from their team. Like, how much they get paid from their team.
They create more revenue with all the people that watch.
Yeah, but you got to think the average NFL player, like, from the top players, all the way from the what's the minimum NFL salary, like $800K? Some players, like in the MLS, they get paid
$400K.
Like whatever. I think pretty sure it's 800.
Is it 800?
Yeah.
I think that's the minimum.
I think it might have even went up to $1 million now, or something. Let's say it's $800K. That's the worst you can get paid. The average, there's soccer players in the MLS and in Europe, the ones that don't play on top teams, they get paid like $50 to $70K.
Well, that's no. You can argue the same thing for.
So why is there so much money in the NFL if it's not that big? Because it is big. It's bigger. There's more money going into it.
The difference is there's only one NFL. There's only one league. You got a million different soccer leagues. You got fucking 20 different leagues in Europe. You got a couple leagues here. You got leagues in Mexico. You got leagues all across the world. There's one NFL.
Well, that's why you're proving my point, though, is because it's one league. It's the big product.
No,
it's what everyone watches. While, like, if there's so many, that's just like mediocrity. It's lowering the average, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's because it's a bigger sport.
No, it's not.
It's the world sport.
No, it's because anyone can play it.
2 minutes on the clock.
2 minutes on the clock.
2 minutes on the clock.
2 minutes on the
Convince
clock.
me.
I'm going to say also the NFL is in America, which is also the most powerful country in the world probably. And they have the money to put into it. They have people from all different origins, cultures and stuff to bring it all in together into one big product, which is the NFL and the Super Bowl that everyone watches.
But it all comes from one league. The World Cup stems from leagues worldwide.
Yeah, but it's
that come together for one beautiful celebration.
Yeah, but that's just more people, more quantity. It's not bigger quality, which is what makes it better.
So now you're just saying quality.
Bigger money, bigger infrastructure, bigger league, bigger sport.
Yeah,
1 minute on the clock.
1 minute on the clock. Okay, what else we got?
Unless you guys want to wrap it up.
I think we're good. I think it's a done
judge.
deal on. Yeah.
Order. Leo, I thought that one was an alley-oop, easy slam dunk, and I think you didn't give any evidence. Christian won that one.
Dude, it's as simple as the viewership itself. A regular game versus
you
a
could have
Super
went
Bowl.
way more in depth with that one, for sure. It's by far the largest sport in the world.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't even know. I was pulling shit out of my
I was saying, dude, I kind of want to run it back and reverse it. You give American football.
Dude, I'd be fucked.
You do soccer.
Oh, dude, I would have had a good, like if I would have done that, I would have started with, like, imagine you're born and you turn on the TV for the first time and you see on the screen there's like a fucking, like a nostalgia ass, like, babe.
That's why I was hoping it was the other way around, because it's more like I feel like bigger in American football and soccer.
That was hard, honestly, to defend. 'Cause, yeah, there's really
no prosecute.
fundamentals. Yeah,
Defend.
it was. Yeah,
That's why that one worked out. This next one, I've been seeing
was
stuff a
another
lot.
one? Shit.
Yeah, I thought we were doing two.
Go ahead.
Make it easier. I've been seeing this on the. Now that's, I think it's the first year, maybe going into its second year. But I've been seeing a lot of coaches talk about it, and then things just like arising on the internet and things like that. But ultimately, should college athletes get paid by NIL specifically? And what I mean NIL is because under the table college players kind of got paid, like free schooling, free food.
Yeah,
like
it
it adds up. But NIL were like some of these. I mean, what was it like? 18 million for like one of these quarterbacks, 13 to 18 million or something. And then I'm pretty sure the basketball ones are quite insane too. So should college players be getting paid that amount of money?
What's
Like paid that amount or like at all?
at all?
So, well, like because before it was all like under the table. So
I'm
I
saying,
guess
like,
NIL,
they get paid, like,
yeah.
actual money.
Should
Actual
you get,
money.
Should you get paid or not?
Okay.
Should they get paid or
Who's
not?
got
Yeah.
what?
So you're saying they should.
I'm
You're
saying
saying
they
they
should.
shouldn't.
Okay.
Okay.
Who wants defense or prosecution? Let's get pitter patter. Had a bad day.
Pitter patter.
I'm ready to get out of
We need
here.
to get a mallet.
Yeah, we do need to get a mallet.
Go home, eat some meatloaf.
Judge.
Let someone your.
Let's go.
Okay. College players should be getting paid by the NIL because they do everything, if not more, than NFL players do.
How?
They go to school and they play. Also, there's a lot of fans who just watch college football. Some of them don't even watch the NFL. A lot of people just watch college football. Like, I know Kyle, the judge here, sometimes watches Iowa more than the Cowboys even. Like, Kyle knows all the college players.
I do like my Iowa team.
So, if they're recognized more by a lot of people than NFL players themselves, why shouldn't they be getting paid if they're doing the same or more, if they're more famous than NFL players?
Well, they're in school. They're getting a free education to set themselves up for a career, for a lifelong career, if their athletics don't get them to the next level, their abilities. And if you pay these guys, you're incentivizing them to not push themselves to get to that next level.
Elaborate on that for me, please.
So if I'm a freshman in college, number one guy, I'm getting offered $5-10 million a year. Why would I work my tail off to get into the NFL my sophomore year when I can make 40 mil, 20 mil my 4 years of college and then be done and never have to play football again?
Okay, fair point, but the question isn't if they're getting paid millions, it's if they get paid at all. So the players, let's say there's players that are only making $100 a game, they're going to want to keep pushing themselves to get that NFL contract, to get those millions.
Kind of getting a taste.
Yeah, they're getting a taste of it. And even those top paid players, they're not necessarily set yet, you know. They still got to hit the next level, and they still got to keep pushing to make the big contract, you know. Those, like, Dak type money contract.
I like that. Keep talking about my quarterback. Oh, man.
Those, like,
don't tell me like
those,
that.
like Dak, they want that Jerry Jones contract. The contract in college, is not the same. So they should be getting paid, but maybe they shouldn't get paid as much as they do, but they should be getting paid.
I think the ability to get a free education that can make you money for the rest of your life and you still get to participate and take that chance, have that opportunity to advance to the next level is enough of a prize, if you will. Because these universities cost, what, $60,000 to $100,000 a year?
Expensive.
So they're getting all that for free, making all these connections, getting themselves set up if they play their cards correctly. And if you're incentivizing them with that on top of free spending money, you're now giving them the opportunity to slack in school, go start partying. It's taking their focus away from what it should be, which is keep your grades up, perform, work out, eat clean, train, and get to that next level.
All right. Do they get paid right now or no?
They do now.
In some places?
Yeah, they
And
do
I
now.
know
All right, let's say
insane amount.
20 years ago when they weren't getting paid, they still partied. They still slacked off. Let's not even lie to ourselves here. These guys are going to college just to play football. They don't care about school. They give them some bullshit ass like communications So no offense to the communications degree. But they give them some like easy ride. Like they don't, and honestly, they don't even pass their classes half the time, and they still push them through. Like just so because they have that much talent in the sport. This is their only shot. So like, and the other thing is like, not every player makes it to the NFL and makes a big contract. So if they're getting paid there, at least it leaves them with something, you know? Like, they have something.
Right. Which they'll have that education for the career.
Yeah, but these guys aren't getting no education. They're just there to play football.
Well, then that's a problem. That's a separate issue in itself, the education system.
That is, I mean, yeah, but that doesn't necessarily correlate to them not getting paid. At the end of the day, they're basically doing a job for the university. They're generating millions for the university with what they do, you know? Why shouldn't they get paid?
2 minutes.
Why shouldn't they get paid if they're generating the school money? Just being a student doesn't generate as much as probably the football program.
It's also their choice to play.
But
they don't have to play.
Yeah, but that's, what do you mean? They wouldn't be at the school in the first place.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the thing is,
the school is what's giving them that platform.
Yeah, but the school needs them to make money.
And they need the school to make money.
No, the school needs them more than they need the school.
If you don't go to school,
yeah, but there's always going to be another.
The
There's always going to be another guy.
Exactly.
Yeah, but this is why, if they get paid, it keeps the ecosystem going. You know.
It was going perfectly fine when they weren't getting paid.
Oh, because then that directly correlates to the quality of the NFL as well. Because if you think about it, if they're getting paid, they're getting incentivized to make it to the next level. Where like if they're not getting paid, okay, you could say they want to get to the NFL to make it to the league, but then they're like, oh, they might realize like, oh, maybe it's not worth going to the league, and they don't push as hard because they're not good enough for it. Whereas like if you're getting paid something, at least they're like, all right, I'm getting paid a little bit now. I can invest in my food. I can invest in let's say a chef. I can invest in this. I can do all these things to become a better player and professional and eventually succeed in the league.
But all that stuff comes with the school. You're just tacking on the bonus of getting paid now that is not needed. The schools pay for their meals, their food, all that stuff.
Not always.
Their textbooks
Not always.
Be better. I don't know what to tell you.
No. Well, I mean, that's the thing is like if you're getting paid though, like you can cover for those things that the school isn't covering for.
That's assuming that you're good enough to get paid.
Well, yeah, for sure. But are these players? Is this everyone getting paid, or are you saying like just some players, or like that's not the argument though? It's like it could just be some players.
Players
right?
getting paid.
That's what I'm saying. Like, all these people, they don't need to be paid. Their school pays for their food, their classes, their books, their education, everything, the travel, all of it.
Yeah, but some of these,
and they need to be in these schools to get to the NFL. There's no other way around it.
But some of these players, like, why?
Well, there is actually other ways around it, but it's harder.
But why? I don't see why them needing the schools has to do anything with them getting paid or not.
Because you're saying that the school is making money off of them.
Well, they are.
Yeah, and they're also taking advantage of what the school is giving to them, which is the free education, the platform to
but it's
perform.
not always free.
What do you mean it's not always free?
They're not always free.
Well, yeah, I mean, again, it's the bottom of
scholarship?
the barrel is not going to be free.
What if they didn't get a scholarship and then they get to the school and then they get good and then they make money?
They wouldn't get paid anyway.
How do you know? They could get paid by the NIL. They're not getting paid
Until
by
they're
the school.
good.
What if the school determines they're not good, but the NIL does?
It's not how it works, but
I mean, it's a possibility. You never know. You got to leave it open.
Closing statements.
I think especially paying young athletes that aren't financially responsible or mature, is setting them up for failure in the long run. And I don't think that it's good for their career development, if you will, as a professional athlete, because it kind of kills drive.
I could see that, but also I will say that does not look that good on the school then, because they're not guiding them in the right direction. Then what resource are you giving them with this money? You can teach them to take the money, invest it, do whatever like the right path is, and still move and be successful in the future in the NFL or whatever they end up doing.
All right, order in my court. Very interesting takes. A lot of back and forth. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Glad this was not a difficult one, but one that like you could easily take both sides on. That being said, so there's what is it called in the court where it's just like a bunch of jibber jabber, hearsay.
Yeah,
a lot of hearsay. So I think I might have to let the fans vote down below, and if we don't get a conclusion, I think we're gonna have a retrial. Both the prosecutor and the defense do a little bit more research because I was not convinced. These lawyers did not bring facts to the table. A lot of hearsay, and I can't just allow that in my court, especially when I got Meatloaf at home. So let us know down below what you guys think and who did better, or we should have them come back with some notes.
With some notes, some research, some research.
I honestly couldn't. It was going back and forth where I was like, I don't know, like Christian bring up a good point where I'm like, okay, it's all biased, like who's like taking the side better, and then Leo will counter perfectly, and I'm like, it just came back to the needle in the middle where I was like, I can't just pick.
That is like a very
it's tough.
Like,
it's a tough one.
Topic, yeah.
It is. Because like I've been seeing that a lot on the internet with that, because basically like if I was in there, I would go against it, like. I wasn't offered a side because you were given.
I would probably go against it too. Honestly.
I would go against it because like these kids are making millions of dollars at that point. Like, what's the point of even going to the NBA? Like, this is supposed to be a stepping stone,
right?
And then the next step is once you're above 16, high school kids are gonna get paid. Like, oh, I'm a 5-star quarterback. Like, pay me.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, it's.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, they're not professional.
You got
athletes.
18, 19-year-old kids making
millions.
hundreds of thousands of dollars.
You shouldn't be making money off of it.
Hey Siri, who makes the most money in college football NIL?
Do you want me to use ChatGPT to answer that?
Yes. I think it's like 18 million.
Dude, they offered
As of March 2026, the highest paid head coach in college football
That's
is
head
Kirby
coach.
Smart at the university.
I think they offered Mendoza like $18 million to stay at Indiana for
That's what I'm
another
saying.
year.
Where it's like it's just like bleeding into the NFL. Where it's like
And-
now it's just like not bleeds into. What's the saying? Like it like washes away. Because like now it takes the incentive away.
Yeah.
Like what's the NFL if they're making all this money in college? College, you could argue is better. They get free housing, you get free food. I mean, I'm sure you get all that in the NFL, but it's like it's a lot easier. Like, oh, I'm making 18 million in college. Like I can develop a little bit more, and
Right.
it's just like
Buy some more time.
for real. So,
But I guess I just looked it up. The 2025 first round pick made 48 mil. 4 years.
yeah, the first round pick. But I think everyone in the
drops.
first round makes. I believe if you go first round, the minimum, the last one, like 32nd pay is like 10 mil signing bonus, and then it just drops after that. Like if you make it to like the 4th or 5th round, it's just a $1 million signing bonus. At that point, if you're like a 5-star NIL player, you just keep riding that NIL money until you know you're a first or second round pick.
Right.
Where it's like,
Well, I mean, you're going to run out of eligibility, but at some point.
well, yeah, but at that point, if you're making NIL and you're a senior, you should be beaten out.
I mean, look at the
everyone
University of Miami, dude. He's been there for he's been playing college football for
There's
7 or 8
there's
years.
like 26 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane.
I feel like for me, if I was in that position, that there would still be something like, I mean, obviously you can only be in college for, is it 4-year eligibility?
No, this
Or what is
dude's.
it? I
I
thought he
think
just
it's
like,
5.
Four-year roster. So then there's redshirting. Redshirting means you're not on the active roster for, like, you can only dress 3 games or something to be an active roster because you can get injury redshirted.
Okay.
So I think if you play or dress for like 6 or 7 games or something like that, that considers a season. So a lot of things can happen. You can be redshirted, injury redshirt. There's a gray shirt. I forgot what it means. And back in the day, another thing that NIL ruins is when you wanted to transfer schools, to de-permit transferring, like if I wanted to go to Iowa to Ohio State, you have to sit out an entire year. But everyone wants to go to the league, so I'm not going to do that unless like I'm really getting screwed. Now with NIL, there's no what do you call it? Like
Sit year or whatever.
transfer ban. Yeah, so you could just you could hop around schools. Like, oh, Miami's offering me 18 million now. Well, Georgia's only offering me 16. We both made it to the playoffs. That's $2 extra mil in my pocket. I'm gonna transfer schools. Like, there's just like no repercussions or
yeah,
anything.
I think I guess like the potential to play more years in the NFL, like, I mean, there's players playing like 15, 20 years. Brady, how many?
Honestly,
like 25.
it just comes down to like the individual, whether you truly care about playing in the NFL or not.
That's what I was gonna say, because I feel like my goal would at the end of the day be like, I want to play in the Super Bowl one day.
Right.
And like, if you care that much, like, the money will come, obviously, because if you're in the Super Bowl, you're one of the better players in the league, probably. So,
Or you got carried.
yeah, or that. But I mean, you're still probably getting paid well. So like, I feel like that incentive alone would take. But I know a lot of people are like, don't care. They're just like,
That's a
I
money
just
grab.
want money.
And yeah, this just started too. So like, it's still fresh, but once the money starts growing and growing and growing, it's like you said in your argument, college football is huge. Almost as big as, like, most people watch both, right? And it's almost just as big, like going to a national championship. Like,
nuts.
It's just like, it's just as nuts as the Super Bowl, some would say, like, or just from watching it, right? Where it's like, once more money starts bleeding into it, like, is it going to overstep the NFL? Because NFL is only 32 teams. College football, you got the SEC, Big Ten. Now with NIL and transfers happening, where like more teams, more players, more coaches. It's just a bigger league.
Yeah.
Where it's like now the money's coming in, like it's
Yeah, honestly, for
I don't
me,
know, I
like,
don't like it. And then college basketball is a whole different story too. Just
I
less
get-
players.
March Madness coming up.
I could
Yeah.
see that argument, but honestly, like me, and I know we were watching it that day, but like the college championship was just like, I don't feel any like care for it at all.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
the
think
national
it,
championship.
yeah, and it just comes down to
the
like
Super Bowl. Even how boring the Super Bowl was, like I'd take that a million times over the college.
yeah, because
championship.
we have no like investment
Time
into the
college.
college football.
So yeah, I enjoy watching college football. I wish we watched more of it. Maybe like not like every Saturday, but like the playoffs. Like we watched the Ohio State Miami game. I was glued to the TV. Like I like when the playoffs comes.
Like for me, it's almost like watching like the Champions League versus watching like MLS.
Oh, that's huge gap.
I feel like dude,
That's
you
a
see
huge
some
gap.
rookie mistakes in the college games. Like
You watching SEC football or what?
dude, like even in the championship, like I was watching like Mendoza or like those better, and I was like, dude, these dudes are gonna get thrashed in the NFL. I don't know.
They just don't look ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them. I mean, only 1% of them actually make it to the end.
Yeah, all right, but again, it's because we don't have enough investment or enough time watched.
And that was the other cool thing is like everyone wants to get to the NFL to make the money, so they're like hustling, but like
I wonder
you
if
said
like,
oh, my back kind of hurt. I'm already making 14 mil. I'll sit out this game. Like, chill. Like, I'll try
Yeah.
harder next year.
who was the worst in it? Was it the Browns this year?
No, Browns.
Yeah.
They won like 6 games.
No, it was the Raiders. That's
Raiders,
what
I
they
think.
know.
They're number one pick.
Like, what if you put the Raiders versus Indiana? Like, you think the Raiders would
Destroy
thrash
them. There would be no match.
Yeah,
There would be
that's
no
what I'm
match.
saying. Like, there's, I don't know.
No, like no. Contest.
Even without Crosby.
Yeah, even without no match at all. They're just way too big.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, they're the best of the best. But that was an interesting question. I thought that was a good judge question.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Get people
That
going
was a
back
good
and
one.
forth.
We'll have to reintroduce this segment in a few weeks. Got to come up with some
Some good
spicy ones. We're gonna have to the one with the twins, the guest one.
Oh
That
yeah.
one's gonna be interesting.
Oh, yeah, they're talkers. But we'll have to have them go at it.
What else happened this week? Anything?
We started our spring season.
New season?
Want to know? I almost scored a banger header. Christian then almost followed it up with another banger header.
Anything else happened, Kyle?
This week? No, none really.
Same old.
So I wanted to ask you guys this question, too, because I thought it was just a good conversation thing. Because, I mean, we've all done it, but I can't remember the last one I did, so maybe you guys had one. But in his story, he was talking because it was New York, and pods come out a week or two later. So this had to be maybe 3-4 weeks ago when they had a huge snowstorm, and it was still, like, negative out. And he was like, I was walking home from work in New York City. He's like, kind of want a new laptop. So I need to go to Best Buy. So I was going to go there and take a peek. After I left work, it was already in my mind to go. So I was headed there. Didn't realize how cold it was. It was really fucking cold. So I had to hightail my ass to Best Buy. Once I got to the Best Buy, it was such a nuisance and it was so cold. It was like, well, I'm already here and I'm cold. I'm going to buy it. So it was like an impulse buy. And I'm like, yeah, I've done that. Or you find any little inconvenience. We're on the fence. You're like, I'm just going to go to look. And it's like, well, now I'm freezing my ass off. Might as well leave with the laptop. And I was dying when he was explaining it. So I was like, do you guys do that? And if so, what was your last like impulse buy? And like, what was the little inconvenience you're like on the fence, but you're like, you know what?
It's almost like you try like looking for things. Too.
Exactly.
Like, you're looking for like
it's factual.
excuses.
Like, so you don't really think about it until like the question rises. But like, dude, I've done it.
Sometimes I actually went down to. Sometimes it like ladders. So I bought a half a beef or a quarter beef cow, and I was like, "Where the fuck am I gonna put it?" So I'm like, "I already got this ordered. Where am I gonna put it?" So I bought a deep freezer, and then it gets better. I was like, "Well, I'm gonna get all this steak and stuff, and how am I gonna make it?" So I bought a grill.
Yeah, I saw you put it in the chat. Can't wait. I'm gonna be grilling out soon.
Yeah, so I bought a smoker.
Because you've been on the fence for that smoker for a while.
2 years.
You've been saying it nonstop. Or like, just pull the trigger. So it's
I got a deep chest
all it
freezer.
is, it takes that one
Quarter
domino.
beef. Yeah.
The one domino. You're like, now look at your cheese. I got beef. I got a freezer
And a smoker.
Smoker.
That happens. Impulse buys happen like pretty often.
Dude, like that.
And then, yeah, you think about it, but then when you explain it to people, it's just funny to hear. Like, like all it took was some beef from a cow. Now you got a whole.
I mean, if you think about it, this whole podcast started because of impulse buying.
Yeah.
We were like, for our other thing, we're like, oh, I want to get a better camera because I don't want to use the DJI vlog camera.
Yeah,
for, like,
it started with that.
And then we're like, oh, I have this gift card. I mean, it'd still be another $400. Like, screw it, let's just get a second camera. Yeah. And then Kyle's like, you know what? I kind of like taking pictures. Like, let me get a camera. And then we're like, oh, we kind of need lights for this podcast.
Oh, we got lights. I think we need more lights.
Yeah, no, dude, that happens a lot, and it adds up
Quick.
No, it really does.
Mostly
it
crap
really
you
does.
don't even end up using half the time.
All the dumb excuses you can like think of, be like, I'm just gonna do that. It's like, oh, my back hurts. I'm not gonna make dinner. I'll go get Chipotle. It has nothing to do with it. Like, oh, I'm tired. I'm gonna go get it. Like, so yeah, when he was saying that on the podcast, I thought it was fucking hilarious. We were just like, well, I'm freezing my ass off. I'm already here. I'm gonna buy a laptop now.
Might as well.
Right? It's like
The funny ones too are when like you buy it and then you see like somewhere for like a discounted price, like, you know, like 40% off, and you're like, I'll just pretend I didn't see that.
Dude, that happened to me. I bought the Govee lights for like the front for Christmas.
Yeah.
And like 2 weeks later, I put them up. 2 weeks later, my brother comes over. He's like, oh, those are nice. How much they cost you? I look them up, 50% off. I was like, are you fucking kidding?
That's the worst.
So I bought them, and then I returned them under the other receipt, and I got my money back.
oh, there you go. That's a good idea.
I was like, yeah, okay, it worked. I didn't have to take them down, send them back.
That's perfect. Because sometimes I'm the opposite with that, where it's like you could see the opportunity there to make your money back, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just too lazy to
to do it.
repackage them, send it back, buy another one, and do that. Where it's like I usually should. Or like when I got my contacts, it's like, oh, scan this thing, fill out the form, sign up, and then you'll get like a $50 rebate. And I'm like, it's still sitting there. Like I probably have like 10 days to do it. And I'm like, do I really want to take this 10 seconds to a minute to fill out all the information and then unsubscribe it from my email because they're going to be emailing me nonstop for $50? I'll do it later. Still haven't done
Never
it
do
yet.
it, yeah.
Still haven't done it. And it's like, that's free $50 sitting there. You just got to do a couple steps that you don't want to do. I'm like, fuck.
It's just a minor inconvenience.
Minor inconvenience.
It's just funny how,
the
like,
opposite side.
yeah, it's like that, not an impulse buy, but like what you were just saying, the Anchor Bar certificate I have. Like, I'll use it. We went, and then I forgot to bring it.
You forgot. You're like, fuck.
And then we're like, we'll bring it next. I don't think we've been back, or I haven't been back since.
So yeah, I saw that. I thought it was funny.
That's
There's something
hilarious.
else I was thinking about, completely random, but like I thought it was funny. Well, this video is not funny, but my Twitter, sometimes you see like concealed carry like videos, and there's this famous one that happened the other day, or like last year, where the guy like cut him off and hit him, and then they both pulled over, and guy's like talking to himself because he has the dash and what do you call it, face cam?
Yeah.
He's like, motherfucker, like, is this guy fucking dumb or whatnot? He's like, let's see what this guy has to says. The guy that hit him, completely at fault, no questions asked, hopped out of the car, and he's like, what are you doing? Just fucking straight punched him. But, like, he dove back, and then they both pulled and started shooting at each other.
Oh, my God.
And, like, I see it all the time, but then the other day, I was watching, like, I don't know why, I just got a kick for, like, old Western movies. Right? Like, have you ever seen those? And, like, the whole premise of most of the Western is best hands in the West. So, like, everyone's rocking Glocks and stuff these days, but just think about being the most badass dude with the revolver there. Just like...
A big-ass revolver.
A big-ass revolver. Like, you think you beat me, boy?
What is it? 7 steps and turn and see who's faster, boy.
Not even, yeah, or that. And it's just, but, like, I thought it was funny. And then, like, because everyone's got the clips or whatnot, it's like... Yeah, revolvers only have 6, but it's like if someone asks, like, you only got 6, and they're like, I only need 1. Like, that was such a big thing back in the day, like, fastest hands in the world. Yeah. So, like, the video, when it just clicked, like, prime opportunity to be like, so son. Since it's a bigger
So,
thing
needless to say, your next impulse buy is a revolver.
Yeah, kind of. Kind of want one. Because, yeah, everyone's got this stuff. Imagine just hanging out there. Wasn't there, like, a rule for the sizing or no?
For revolvers? No, I don't think so.
Right, no. Just have it showing.
One day we're just going to go to the gym and see Kyle with a weight in his pocket.
And you can, like, spin them around and stuff. Glocks, you can't do that.
Well, I mean, as long as the freaking thing, the hammer's not cocked back, because then you spin it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but, like, yeah, this is cooler.
You could take the little, what's it called out, the wheel and spin it, slap it back in.
On the revolver, yeah. I mean,
Just buy a
it's an
butterfly
awesome toy.
knife.
Like, it's like a fidget spinner.
Yeah,
Kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
literally.
But yeah, the video like wasn't a good video, but like you just saw who came out faster. I'm like, damn, fastest hands I've seen. And just a light bulb
He's
went
like,
off.
1-0.
We're like, any inconvenience, like, I'll meet you in the parking lot. I'm ready, son.
All right.
Oh, I thought that was funny. I thought I'd share that.
Wild Wild West.
For real. It's basically like that in Chicago anyways.
Whoa.
Pause.
Pause.
Oh, man. All right. You got anything for the week?
No, I don't think I got anything. Nothing really happened this week. It was pretty boring.
Yeah, it was a pretty dry week.
Leo, this is your last podcast before you go to Arizona.
Yeah, I'll be back tan
Maybe.
and drunk.
What are you going to go do there?
I don't know.
So, no alcohol consumption?
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe. Maybe not.
That's
Oh, you might not drink at all.
I might have a couple
Might
beers
dabble.
or something. Might dabble.
You
a couple
say
beers.
that, and then once the first one goes in,
Right. Next
once
thing you
it
know,
hits your lips, it's
as
just
soon
so
as we
good.
land-
It's like, Leo, I'm done drinking. And then the next week, all right, the Bears won.
I mean, the Bears won a fucking playoff game. I had to celebrate, you know?
Like that's illegal to have only 1 beer a night on vacation.
I didn't say one.
And 1 turns to 2, and
And
that's
then 2
that's
turns
illegal
into
too.
4 tequila shots, and then
Self-control.
legal.
Self-control.
and then I'm
John
having a
scores.
baby.
Vacation scores don't count.
We were just talking about that.
Chastity.
Chastity.
Vacation square.
Vacation beers don't count either.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Neither do UFC fight night beers.
No, those don't count. Those don't count either.
Kyle's like, I'm done drinking till St. Patrick's Day. I was like, Kyle, we got UFC fights next week. He's like, oh,
I'm
those ones don't
drinking.
count.
Having
don't
my
count.
IPAs.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that's it. Any final remarks then?
Stay in school and don't get paid. Just kidding. Get paid.
Invest your money. Invest.
Yeah, just don't buy a half cow in the freezer and a smoker.
And if you're going to cook the steaks, make sure they're de-thawed.
Yeah, facts.
Revolvers are dope.
Revolvers are dope. Wild Wild West. All right, guys. Well, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Some good debates. Some weird ass people on misconnections.
Oh,
And
I totally forgot we even did that.
Vincent, if you're out there, I hope you find him.
Yeah.
Or Tiger Head.
Tigerhead, hope you find him.
Yeah, those were some good ones.
But until next time.
Peace.